All right, that's enough of that silliness. It's Friday the 13th. Welcome to the Friday night brain dump. Yeah, how about it? So, once again, it's been a very busy week. I guess we can jump right in. Exciting new things coming from High Speed Daddy in their tactical diaper bags. They're releasing their Multicam backpack soonish, as well as Black and Coyote Brown lunch boxes that match their tactical backpack diaper bag stuff. So if you're in the market for that, I just talked with Craig a couple of minutes ago. That'll be coming up, available on the website soonish. It's the best I can do for you on that one. Today's Friday the 13th. It's not all bad news. I don't know if you guys had any black cat encounters or anything else, but things are looking better with the NRA, aren't they? Apparently, a lot of people got pissed off about the bump fire stock thing when the NRA asked the Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, and Firearms to review their rulings on the subject. So not the same as an outright ban, certainly not what our side wanted to hear by any stretch, but at the same time, not the worst possible move. And I've heard the argument made that it was shrewd negotiating on their part that kind of pushed all of it to the back burner. So NRA comes out today stating they don't support any additional regulations legislatively on bump fire stocks or other firearms accessories, especially this bill that's floating around out there that would really be a complete nightmare, because it doesn't say bump fire stocks. It's not banning bump fire stocks. It's banning anything that could potentially increase the rate of fire on a firearm as it was manufactured, which to me suggests upgraded triggers, lightened trigger pull, trigger jobs, fast fingers. All those things would suddenly find themselves regulated. It's painfully obtuse. So bad piece of legislation there. And hopefully this was part of NRA's greater strategy, was to let our opponents write a really bad piece of legislation and then get the whole thing knocked down and just blown out altogether. Do I think that's the case? Not necessarily. I'm not sure it was thought out quite that well, but one can hope. With that said, to the folks who don't feel we should be defending bump fire stocks at all, that's all I have to say about that. So, what do we got here? Rachel says hello. John Farmer's here. John, hopefully we see you tomorrow. My brother is checking in. Joe Middaw is here. And Rachel says she had an orange cat encounter today, not a black cat encounter on Friday the 13th. Ha ha! And Tim's here. Hi, Tim. So, yeah, that's kind of been the excitement. Let me know what you guys think about the proposed piece of legislation, HR, whatever number it is, and this broad and overreaching plan to address crime again. Listen, I don't want to minimize the loss of life that came out of this thing in Las Vegas, but at the same time, if we fall for the okie doke that as soon as one person does something wrong, we all have to be punished, society's going to circle the drain really quick. One person was responsible for what went on there and not the rest of us. Yeah, we'll just leave it at that. Jason Harris is here. Going to ban Jerry Miculek next. Yeah, that's been kind of the running joke, is that Jerry Miculek is certainly faster than a bump fire stock. So What you going to do about Jerry's finger? Terry Faustino's here. Hi, Terry. Nice to see you. And Jimmy says, burn that piece of legislation with fire until it dies. Let me know what the rest of you guys think. Hey, Jason Harris, you had a birthday recently. Happy birthday, bud. Yeah. And of course, the conversation repeatedly turns to those of us on this side of things. I'm sure you've had more than one difficult conversation around the water cooler at work, or maybe with some folks in the family who aren't necessarily on board with, I don't know, constitutionally protected rights. Yeah, hopefully you're maintaining a cool, calm demeanor and keeping those conversations friendly so that we never lose an opportunity to do recruiting for our side. I know it's come up more than once for me at work, even though technically those things aren't necessarily supposed to be discussed at work. You do what you got to do, guys. So, yeah. I've also been doing more of the trainings that I was tasked with at work. So I've done my personal protection training twice in the last week and a half. Well received. I'm hoping to do more of that stuff. I'm still trying to poke the folks down in Trenton to recognize what I'm doing for my job and see if we can do more of that. I also had a conversation with someone regarding providing training for another facility. So without getting too far ahead of it, hopefully we see what happens there. October 22nd coming up. That's today's the 13th, so that's not this Sunday coming, the following Sunday. So just a little over a week, we've got our last open to the public Minuteman Challenge. So if you're not familiar with the Minuteman Challenge and this is your first time hearing about it, let me tell you all about it. The Minuteman Challenge is something Tony Simon and I came up with as a fun way for getting people into the shooting sports and kind of testing your skills a little bit. If you're not a particularly competitive person, we wanted to do something that was very accessible to everyone. Doesn't have a bajillion rules to learn like some of the other shooting sports. Doesn't require a ton of equipment like some of the other shooting sports. This is something for the casual shooter who's got, maybe you've got a couple of firearms, and you've been going to the range on a regular basis, and you want to challenge yourself a little bit. So the Minuteman Challenge presents that opportunity for you. The rules are simple. Bring your own stuff. Be a good ambassador to the sport. Have a good time, right? And of course, be safe. So Tony and I put this together, and we use the RE Factor Tactical Dead Man's Hand training cards. That's a mouthful. It's a deck of cards, and it's got drills on them. We pull a drill. They coincide with the targets we use, and then you shoot that drill, right? So we pick a drill, challenge your skills. We tell you at the last minute what equipment to bring, and that's actually going to get published probably this weekend. We're going to announce what equipment you need, what firearm, whether it's a handgun, a rifle, a rimfire, centerfire, AR-15, SKS, whatever it is we're going to decide to use, and that's what you got to bring and then run your gun. So fun, challenging. We've had a lot of people go, holy crap, this is way harder than I thought, or I didn't shoot nearly as well as I thought I would. And other people showed up and were like, I'm smoking this turkey and this is going to be awesome, and have performed really well. What I will tell you is people who failed to earn the most coveted trophy in shooting sports, the Minuteman Challenge poker chip. People who failed to earn this on their first attempt have come back and done really well their second time around, earning their poker chip and getting into that very elite club. So this is the last one that's open to the public. The next one, and there will be one more this year, is going to be only for people who have their poker chip. Oh, So this is your last chance to get one of these bad boys and get into that members only event, right? And I know I'm doing a lot of finger quotes. Holy crap. So that's October 22nd. Registration is open. There's an event on Facebook. Feel free to share that with your friends. Bring people if you would like. The way this is scored is we run each drill 5 times. We'll run several drills over the course of the time we have allotted, and then we go back and score it. There are 2 ways to win. First, you have the single lowest score of any run on any drill. So if you run that one drill clean and it's the lowest time, and that's the lowest time anybody posts there, you get a poker chip. The second way to win is we total up all your times. So the most consistent shooter is going to have the lowest total score, and that lowest total score will also win one of these bad boys. So there you have it. That's the last one that's open to the public. In November, we have a intro to shotgun course, which is a lot of fun. If you've never taken a shotgun course or you're not familiar with shotgun, this is kind of, again, replaces the NRA First Steps course. We add some defensive firearms discussion and training to it that was verboten in the NRA course, but seems to be a big part of what people are looking for when they take any firearms class. So we incorporate some of that stuff. We bust clays. We shoot clays out of the air. It's a lot of fun. We've already got a couple of people signed up, but there's still room. So if you're interested in taking a shotgun course with us, that's coming, I believe, November something. It's like the first weekend in November, on a Sunday. Then we've got 2 in the month of November. Second is for Everyone diversity shoots that Tony hosts. So one is down at Garden State Shooting Center in Lakewood, and the other one towards the end of the month will be up at Gun for Hire in Woodland Park to make up for the one in October that we had to cancel. So you get 2 in November. Happy Thanksgiving. All right, back to the comments. Jimmy says none of his conversations are difficult for him. He's referring to some conversations he and I had that were probably more painful for me than they were for him, because I take this way more seriously than he does. Jason says, I'll trade a ban on bump fire stocks in exchange for a full repeal of NFA. How are we going to repeal NFA and then ban bump fire stocks? Because wouldn't the bump fire stocks be banned under part of the NFA? Burn the whole thing to the ground. That's my answer. Scorched earth on that. Joe wants to know if this is a new hoodie. No, this is a hoodie from a couple of years ago. But that's a great segue because it's hoodie season. At least 3 days a week it's hoodie season. The other 3 days or 4 days out of the week it's t-shirts and Hawaiian shorts season. So this is a really weird October. It's like you got to put the air on during the day and the heat on at night. I don't get it. And I kind of hate it because I'm sure I'm sure the bill is going to suck at the end of the month. That's all. Angelo is excited for the Minuteman Challenge. Voice to text in the car is tough when it keeps picking up your voice. What? I don't know what Jimmy's talking about there. Jimmy, call me after the show. Explain yourself. Dominic says, yay, I might be there. Well, Dominic, yay, you might be there. Be there or don't be there. Come on, man. Dan Ingrams is here from NJ Concealment Furniture. He's watching tonight from all the way down in Texas. For those of you who remember a couple of weeks ago, Dan originally set up to take supplies and tools and aid the folks down in Texas after they got hit with that terrible storm. Update, in case Dan hasn't told you, he's linked up with Team Rubicon. They flew him down, so his original plan changed a little bit, but he is down there doing good work as we speak. Angelo says the Minuteman Challenge is so much fun. Jimmy says false. I was referring to conversations at work. Ooh, I don't even want to know. Jason says, yeah, that's kind of my point. by getting rid of the NFA, we can't ban bump stocks. Okay. Thanks, Jason. We're back on the same page. Dominic says he might be at the next Minuteman Challenge because it depends on what equipment he may have to buy at the last minute. We did a Minuteman Challenge that was rimfire rifles. So Dominic, we know like 8 different ways. We've played paintball together. Dominic is triple threat certified through BBR because he's taken several classes in pistol rifle and shotgun. He's done all kinds of stuff. Dominic is great. He calls me the morning where like I'm packing up and getting ready to walk out the door to drive down to Range 14 in Fort Dix to host the Minuteman Challenge. And Dominic calls me and says, listen, I'm in the gun shop. I know it's a rimfire rifle challenge. Which gun do I buy? And how do I make sure it's New Jersey compliant so I can bring it into the state? Because Dom lives in PA, wants to stay on the right side of the law, all that good stuff. What gun do I buy? And I was like, dude, get a Ruger 1022 takedown. He's like, sweet, checking out now. See you in a couple hours. Shows up with a brand new gun, box of ammo, fresh from the gun shop, never cleaned, never been fired before, not zeroed. And Dominic was like, I came to party. So, real men of genius. Here's to you, Dom Faustino, you crazy bought a gun for the competition that day guy. And shot well, but not well enough to win. Hopefully, we can get Dominic back and he can nail one of these bad boys. I think you got it in you, Dom. I think you got it in you. Just got to clean that rifle and get really familiar with it. We'll see. We'll see what comes up because I think we're going to post it tomorrow. Yep, that was story time. Travis, can you start over? I just got here. No. Dom says, I'll do it again. Tell me what I need. Have to have a chip. Yeah. How far into this are we? It's been like 7.5 minutes, right? We've blown through everything. Sorry. It went really, really quick this time. Melissa is here. Hello, Melissa. Welcome. Hope you're feeling better. Dom, was that one of the very first ones? Is that how you got a chip? Is that what it was? It was like numero uno, where everybody who attended got a chip. That was the other thing. The very first one we did, everybody got a chip because that was part of the deal. So that was the only way to get one of those without winning. After that, everybody agreed this is not going to be a participation award, winners only. So a couple of the brave souls who were our guinea pigs and had to deal with us fumbling through launching the event got a little extra bonus there. Melissa says, happy Friday. Happy Friday, Melissa. Like I said, I hope you're feeling better. Travis is making faces at me. Rachel wants to know, how is April and how are the boys? April is doing great. Baby number 2 is doing great. She had another sonogram today. So everything is looking good. Baby's strong, kicking like a fiend. Kind of doing the same thing his older brother did when he was still in the womb and waits until April tries to go to bed and then wants to start dancing. And of course, Daddy lays next to her and puts his hand on her belly and plays with the baby. So the boys are having a good time and Mommy's just trying to go to sleep. But they're all down for bed already because it's been a long couple of days. And little Sean was up early this morning because I worked late yesterday, didn't get to see him at all. So he made sure he got up early this morning and we had breakfast together, which was fantastic. By far, one of my favorite things in my life is being able to have breakfast with my family on those rare occasions that we're all together. Usually I get one day on the weekend, but if it happens during the week, it's awesome. So yeah, everybody's good there. She got the sonogram done today and then a shot in the butt. So everything is good. She's got a little sore spot on her tush, but other than that, she's okay. Uh, Angelo is telling Luca, introduce yourself. Luca, introduce yourself. Dominic says he got the chip for fastest time of the day, total fluke, but still got it. Okay, so you did actually win one. All right, very good. Kyle Tucker's here. What's up, Kyle? Nice to see you, bud. And it looks like he's bumping the video over there too. Good job, man. You know, there's a little thing that if you guys want to share this while you're watching it, you can click share it, and then your friends will get to see it. And you know, I post them on YouTube too. If you guys ever miss one and feel like you want to catch up and can't find it on Facebook for whatever reason, you can go to the YouTube channel, youtube.com/blackbagresources, and find it that way. I usually post them right afterwards, and they don't fully load until the following morning, but you're probably not looking for this at 4 o'clock in the morning, are you? On a Friday night? So let's go back to what Joe wanted to talk about, hoodies, because I need some input from you cats. What color should we do this year? Because we got to do something a little bit different. Do you want another problem solver hoodie? Do you want something new and completely different from the hoodie? Do you want something a little more along the lines of what I've got on with the shooter sleeves and the logos and all that stuff? Or should we keep it a little more low key and do something different than we've done in the past? Colors, styles. Do you want a zip front instead of a pullover? I'm not a big fan of zip fronts, but maybe you are, and it's all about customer service. So let me know what you guys want in the comments, which I read right here, right now. Speak your mind. Jimmy says, forget hoodies. Where's the BBR Hawaiian shirts? No. Joe says she wants black shooter sleeves, no pink. Yeah, we're not doing any more pink stuff, Joe. We did a little bit of it. Wasn't particularly well received. I don't think we're going to come back to it. John Farmer wants a zip front. John, you're probably the only one who does, but I'll tell you what. Oh, spoke too soon. Dominic also wants a zip front. Interesting. I might have to make something I don't want. How about that? Travis says, hoodie without the hood, add a collar so it looks like a polo shirt. What? Apparently I'm not the only one drinking tonight. Angela wants the tactical lunchbox with a problem solver patch. It's a whole nother set of work. I've got a lead on patches. I need to reorder patches. Maybe we do patches. Jimmy says zip. Will Corman is here. Hello, Will. He also wants a zip front. Travis wants polo shirts. Travis, we did polo shirts last year. Where were you? Travis says, I will bid but need 2X. I see what you're getting at, buddy. Angela wants a zip front. Holy crap. Looks like we're going to do a zip front hoodie this year. Who knew? I've been doing pullovers for the entire time. But I need it in big man size. I know you're a big man, Angelo. You're my favorite little big man. Melissa says zip up is good, especially with this weather that's sweater shorts. Velcro front hoodie. Travis, you're a real special case tonight. You know that? Joe says do both. Well, here's the problem, Joe, is we get into overhead and cost and things like that, and it becomes prohibitive, which is why hoodies are always done on a very limited basis because they are stupid expensive. So I will reach out to my t-shirt guy because I told you we're using somebody new this year, and see what he can come up with. And as long as it's not ridiculously expensive, we'll do it. If it's going to be the kind of thing where you can't afford it because it's just too much money, then it's not worth doing. You know, I can't make a $65 hoodie that nobody's going to buy. It's got to be something cool that you guys will actually be able to dig into. Affordability is critically important. So, uh, shooter will come by for you tomorrow. What, Dad? So my dad's here, and he says shooter style will come by for you to model. Let's try that again in a complete sentence and in English, because there's a piece of that conversation that's only happening inside your head, Dad. What about problem solver bagman pins so you can rep at work? My brother wants pins. All right, guys, there's another one, and that's actually pretty easy, but quantities are pretty high. If I did pins, right? So figure like little 1-inch squares, something like that with the logo on it. What do you guys think about that? Hearts if you think it's a good idea, nothing if you think it's a bad idea. So just show me the hearts if you think that, you know, a hat pin or a, you know, little 1-inch square pin would be a good idea if you guys would jump on those. But I have to order like 150 of them. So I need to know you guys are going to buy like 3 or 4 a piece. A couple of you like this idea. Okay. Maybe. Oh, now it's lighting up. Okay. All right, so pins are a definite possibility. Okay, Dominic, yes, the guy that was next to me at the gun show is the guy doing the shirts. He's down in Maryland, down by Tab Hayes. He's literally like 5 minutes from my buddy Tab. Give me a John size of whatever, and I'll wear it like a billboard. John, are you going to be there tomorrow? All right, so here's the other thing that's happening tomorrow at noon. Marshall Fitness in Branchburg is having their grand opening. And if you don't know who that is, you've heard me talk, if you watch the show or you follow me on Facebook or you take classes with me, I've talked about my buddy Mike Wolfert from Justifiable Force. He's opened a martial arts and physical fitness gym, school, dojo, whatever you want to call it, that kind of blends all those things together. He's having his grand opening tomorrow. So when I'm asking John if he's going to be there, that's what I'm referring to. You guys should also make great efforts to get out there and check it out. Especially if you're in New Jersey and within a half an hour drive of Branchburg, because great school, great instructors, great program, and Mike has got a bunch of cutting edge stuff where there's like heart monitors for the workouts, and you can see your heart rate up on the board compared to everybody else. So a lot of accountability. You can't slack in class and kind of half-ass it, because everybody's going to be able to see whether you got your pump going or not. So, yeah. Angelo says we have 6 people in the house that would all wear them. Jimmy says shut up and take my money. Travis types heart instead of hitting the heart button because Travis just wants to be a nudge tonight. Angelo says he's not really a pin person, but the hoodies he's in for. Travis really wants a polo, but a pin will work so he can wear it at work. Dominic is suggesting I talk to Max and Aleda about getting pins made. And Jimmy says, Travis, I've been asking all year for them. Yeah. Polos are kind of a weird thing too, because that's what I wear when I teach courses. So I kind of try to keep that very limited. What I might do is something very different, so it's obvious that this is a polo shirt you bought and not a polo shirt that represents working for Black Bag Resources, right? Maybe we'll do it in like a brighter, fun color or something like that. But again, something I can take the t-shirt guy and get worked out. John Farmer says he's going to be there. Okay, John, here's the deal. I will do my best to not be an idiot. I have t-shirts for you. Remind me tomorrow. If I don't like immediately walk up to you and put them in your hand, remind me, hey, Mustache, you got shirts for me. So I remember to give you those. Yes, Travis, I know where you work, and I know it's all you can get away with. Uh, Kyle says long sleeve pullover wind shirts. What's a wind shirt? Is that like a windbreaker? Like the nylon zip front kind of 3/4 zip? You know what I'm talking about? Like a lightweight rain jacket, windbreaker kind of thing. Jimmy says no fun colors that work for him. Boo hoo. John has agreed to tell me I'm an idiot tomorrow. Thank you, John. Wow, that turned into a lot of market research, didn't it? Okay. Jimmy says members only jackets. Yeah, Russian Gun Day. Dominic wants to know about Russian Gun Day. Russian Gun Day is coming up in December. That's like the very last thing we're doing all year because it's probably going to be cold and miserable. So bring your SKS, bring your Mosin Nagant, bring your AK, bring anything Russian, your Nagant pistol if you got one. Anything, your Makarov, bring any of those Russian type firearms, and it's just kind of a fun cold weather shoot we're going to do. I have to go back and look at the price on that and probably reduce it since it's just really a social thing. It doesn't need to be like the price of a course. Originally, we were going to do it as a class. This is probably just going to be more of a social thing at this point. Yeah. Yes, cold and miserable is the whole point, Dom. It's going to be cold and miserable, just like being Russian. What? Joe wants yoga pants. Joe, I haven't found a good source for yoga pants yet. I'll get back to you on that one. Windbreaker would be awesome, Matt Cornelson says. Jimmy's teasing me about members only jackets. Will. Hello, in late. What did I miss? You missed everything, Will. Now you have to watch it on YouTube. Love your faces. Love your face too, bruh. And Will wants to wear yoga pants. Oh, God. Yeah, this is the kind of stuff that this is why Jason Voorhees felt the need to chop people up with a machete and a hockey mask. I can't decide if this is like enough Jason Voorhees or if it's a little more heat with Al Pacino. I don't know. It's my multi-purpose hockey mask that gets used for anything but hockey. And Travis is busting Will that I won't start over. No, I won't. John Farmer's going to wear yoga pants too. Oh, for crying out loud. To recap. NRA asked ATF to review the rules regarding bump stocks, and then this week said they do not support new legislation banning bump stocks, specifically the bill that's circulating right now to ban anything that increases rate of fire in a semi-automatic, which anybody who's involved in firearms knows is just stupid and obtuse to intentionally give them the opportunity to ban any freaking thing they want. So good news is NRA wanted to cooperate with ATF. NRA members put a lot of pressure on them to not advocate banning things, even though they've said what they've said regarding bump stocks, and they'd be willing to accept more regulations on that, and their statements regarding full auto. Yeah, that's a thing. Anyway, the pendulum, the NRA pendulum is swinging back towards liberty and away from totalitarianism, at least for today. We'll see what they do next week. We talked about uncomfortable conversations with friends, family, and coworkers regarding firearms after a tragedy. Keep it polite, keep it professional, stick to the facts, don't get hostile, don't get angry, and use it as an opportunity to recruit, right? If you need a event to help you with that, the Second is for Everyone Diversity Shoot coming up in November is a great opportunity to do that. So there's one in Garden State Shooting Center at the beginning of November, and then one at the end of November up at Gun for Hire in Woodland Park, the original home of 2A4E. We talked about High Speed Daddy is releasing their tactical diaper bag backpack in a new color, which is Multicam. Those are coming soon to Black Bag Resources. They've also got a new product, their High Speed Daddy tactical lunch bag that goes with the backpacks. So it's lined, insulated, cooler. I've seen them. They're great. I'm eagerly awaiting for their arrival. I spoke to Craig earlier tonight. They are coming soon. Initially, they're going to be offered in Black and Coyote Brown to match the first two bags. No multicam on the lunch bags yet. Then we started talking about BBR merch that's coming up. I have a handful of the new baseball tees. I did order a couple of extras if you didn't get on the pre-order. Limited sizes. I think I have medium, large, extra large right now, and that's about it. And there's like one or two of each. There's not a whole lot, but I did order a couple extras. If you want them, let me know. They're available on the website. Probably not going to do another run of those. I think they look great. Didn't get as big a response as I had hoped. The shocker tonight is you guys really want zip front hoodies this year. So I'm going to talk to my print guy about getting zip front hoodies. Also going to look into making pins because you guys said pins, and then patches as well with the problem solver artwork on it. Colors. You guys got to let me know about colors. What kind of colors? I'm making a mess. What color do you want the hoodies? What color do you want the patches? What color do you want the pins? All this stuff. All right. And I see there's quite a few comments here. Lots of stuff about yoga pants that I'm just not getting into. Will says, I hope the NRA doesn't fold. LaPierre, I feel it's hurting us. He's making it too businessy. ILA is going all right. Yeah, I think Wayne has done everything he's going to do. I'll put it that way. And I think Wayne's time is coming to an end, and it may be time for him to hand over the reins to someone new. Angelo says he's willing to drive to the diversity shoot in Lakewood. He's leaving from Hunterdon County. If you want to carpool with him, you got to meet him at his house. Reach out to Angelo. You can find him in the comments here on Facebook. Will also says, especially after kicking USCCA from the convention, then doing the US Carry Guard, which is also like just lame. Carry Guard's not a great program. US Law Shield is much better. There, I said it, right? And I don't make any money off of either of them. I'm just telling you flat out. US Law Shield is certainly better. And if you're interested, reach out to justifiableforcetraining.com and find out more. They are an affiliate, so you can go through them to get that. Angelo is suggesting black, dark gray, dark green, dark colors. I'm going to challenge you there, Angelo. I think maybe a brighter color this year, something lighter, a light. I'm kind of feeling a light green, like a Kelly green, kind of a St. Patrick's-y kind of green, and maybe we'll do that. The problem, we did a dark green initially on the problem solver, and Dominic will tell you, because I know he got one, and there's probably a couple other people watching right now who got one. But the original problem solver hoodie was a dark green and black print on that, because that's what we felt was the right color scheme. It didn't show real well. You could see it, you knew what it was, but it didn't show real well. It didn't pop, and you lost some of the detail in the artwork. So what I think I want to do this year is like a brighter green, run with that. John Willett suggesting mauve. We know. I'm colorblind. I don't even know what mauve is. Mauve, taupe. Be gone. So I'm thinking a lighter color is going to show the detail in the artwork a little bit better. And we can use the same screens we have for everything else. Run it. Done. Awesome. Yes, Will is also saying Mike Wolf at Justifiable Force. Also check out his Mixed Martial Arts Dojo. Martial arts, physical fitness. Martial Fitness is the name of the school. He's having his grand opening tomorrow. Look him up on Facebook. Get directions. Be there. Noon till 3, I believe, in Branchburg, right on 202. I think he's across from the gas station or next to the gas station. But, yeah, good stuff. Be there or be square. Travis says they're in colors. Go away. Jimmy says, how about the Sean special? Gray hoodie and dark gray lettering. Go away. Rachel says, what about neutral like Heather Gray? We did that last year. We did Heather Gray last year. So I'm not going to do the same thing again. Because once I've done it, it's done forever. Everything we do is limited. Everything we do is limited edition, never to be done again once the run ends. So if you didn't get it, it's gone. John says, don't make me hijack your show again. That reminds me, I got to pull you off the Black Bag Resources page so you don't do bad things like that, you naughty, naughty, naughty boy. John showed up for the show one night and was commenting as Black Bag Resources because he's an admin for the page. I gotta fix that. Get him off of there. Also, October 22nd, next Sunday, not this Sunday, next Sunday, Minuteman Challenge. Last one open to the public. This is your last chance to get your poker chip. And once you have your poker chip, no one can take it from you. But there will be one more event in 2017 for chip holders only. It's going to be our Tournament of Champions. There may be prizes. There may be something extra if you have one of these poker chips and actually win that event. And again, there's 2 ways to win in any event we host. So that's going to be awesome. Back to the comments here. Jimmy's laughing at me. Melissa says brick red with white art. I'll have the guy do a proof and see what it looks like. Because I'm curious. It's kind of Christmassy. Tactical Santa. Here's another idea. Real quick. Hit me a thumbs, not just a thumbs up in the comment, but a thumbs up so it pops up on the screen here. Let me know what you guys think about doing a like a BBR ugly Christmas sweater. Hit me with a thumbs up if you think that's a good idea, if that's something you would be interested in. Travis is in. Joe Middaw's in. Who else? Just seen a few. Pop, 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 pop. All right, Joe is all about that. Okay, so Joe and Travis want them. That's what I'm getting. Joe and Travis want ugly Christmas sweaters. Nobody else cares. Oh, there's Dominic. Okay, so I should make 3 of these. Perfect. Dominic doesn't know how to do a thumbs up. That's funny. Oh, goodness. Yeah. All right, now they're popping. Now they're coming. John Farmer says nothing he wears is ugly. Okay. All right, guys. I think that's going to wrap it up for tonight. Even Yoga Pants, he says. And now we're done. Comments are closed. Thank you for once again tuning in for a Friday night of me just running off at the mouth and dumping my brain on you guys to offload what's been swirling around in here all week. Appreciate you. Love you. Even if some of you are really twisted and want to be dudes in yoga pants. Travis wants to know what's in the cup. Nothing, bud. It's empty. Good night. Bye, Felicia.